Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know as Fifi La Pew Pew, but most people know it as a leaf blower, a leFhy, or if you happen to be Jingles, you know it as leFH, because he can't pronounce it. Anyway, this one is located on the southwest spawn of Westfield, and it's under the command of 15JG52Brauer. Game started. Now he's got two marks of excellence on the barrel of his gun. It's a 105mm light field howitzer. That's where you get that leFH from in the name. It's a German gun because it's the most heavily made German gun during the Second World War. Not the 88mm. No, this gun was the one they produced the most of, and it was a very successful design. Okay, he's found his position and he's getting ready to shoot at the enemy. In fact, he's going to be aiming to the north to try and take on the enemy heavies. Now, the 105 light field howitzer will actually do 410 hit points of damage if it can pen, and it can penetrate 53mm of armour. Until 1.13 comes in, this is the one of only two Artys, premium Artys in the game. And this one does have heat rounds in the ammo as well. First shot is a hit on the Churchill 3. Rounds out. Now, as you may know, this Arty is in the French tech tree, but it actually should be in the German one because, in actual fact, it was a German Arty built on the hull of a Char B1. It's also got a very fast reload. The standard reload for this Arty is 8.5 seconds, and well, you can see JG Brown's got it down to 7.51. Now this Arty is unlikely to be affected by the changes in 1.13, so it will still be as powerful as it was before, but Wargaming are making a huge number of changes to Arty in this update, and unfortunately what will actually happen is a large number of players are going to leave the game because they've had it. I've already been told that a large number are intending to either leave the game or conduct a protest by not taking part in any further battles, and thereby causing a lot of those games to be losses. And it's a pity. Oh, first kill. Killed the Churchill. In fact, it looked like it was a penetrating shot because he did 427 hit points of damage. Su-85 just missed him, but he stopped behind that house, and we've gone to the trajectory view, and he got a kill. He landed the shell right next door to the Su-85 and it expired. Burst radius is 1.91 meters, so you only have to get it fairly close and you might be able to get a hit. Now it looks like the enemy tanks are headed west from the southeast corner of the map. Trying to get a shot on the VK3002M, letting it dial in to get it accurate. That's out. Oh, just missed him because he moved Matrix-like. He's going after our Panzer Fünfer and he's got the kill. And that shot was fired a little too shallow, but the enemy tank has gone down, so it's only 2 kills so far. Now, there's a Panzer T25 still up on that corner, but we can't see him. We can see the A20, who's up near the other side of the valley, near the Chi 2. Lining it up. Oh, decided to go for the M10 RBFM. Rounds out. And that's a direct hit. Took him out completely, but unfortunately we did lose the Chi 2. Now trying to get the A20. The Panzer T25's trying to cross the valley, so he's going to have a go at shooting this guy. Grabs out. Oh, so close. He was trying a leading shot there. It does sometimes work. He changed aim to go after the A20, but the Panzer T25's reappeared again. Grabs out. Nice hit for 160. Go for it again. Grabs out. And another hit, and this time he's tracked the guy, and he's obviously burned his repair kit because he started moving straight away. Oh, the A20 is down to his last few hit points. Can we get a shot on target? That's out. That time he did. So, 4 kills now. Unfortunately, the bad news is that there are still 7 enemies out there, including a KV-1, a Nashorn, and also a few others. A Chi-2, Panzer T-25, a VK3001H, and a Grilla, as well as an M44, and he's a good player, the M44 player. Well, here comes the VK3001H, lining him up. Oh, well, it was a hit, but only 53 hit points from a near miss, and he's been taken out by our Cromwell. There is another tank, the Chi-2. That's out. Lands alongside him. Has he gone into that bush? Yes, he is. There he is. That's out. Overshot. He overshot because, of course, he was aiming at a ridgeline there. That's out again. No, didn't get it. I think you need to aim a little further on and get the line to intersect the target. That hit the target. Going for another one. And he gets the kill this time. A blind kill. So now there's only 5 enemy tanks still out there. And he's got 5 kills already. Who's next? Unfortunately, we just lost our T-78 to their M44. So he must have been seen as he was killing the Panzer T-25. They've still got the Nashorn and the M44 and the KV-1 and the Grilla. He's saying, Cromwell, go spot. Stop moving in and out. You'll upset people. I've gone to free camera to stop him doing that because it really is annoying. I know some people say they do it as part of a nervous habit. They play with their mouse button, but it's very, very annoying. And if you do it, people will have to stop doing your replays because it's really, really annoying to the viewers. I know Jingles stops anybody from doing it whenever he gets sent a replay where they do that sort of thing. Unfortunately, the Cromwell doesn't want to go spot. And although this Arty does have the longest view range of all Arty, and it does things like that, that's a penetrating shot on the Nashorn and brings up his top gun. There's still 3 enemy tanks out there and he needs to move position because if the enemy saw that, they could take advantage. The enemy KV-1's in the cap and the Cromwell finally does something and kills the KV-1. But in doing that, he actually takes away the opportunity to get 9 kills. He could still get 8 kills, a Radley's. If Brauer can get the next 2, the Arty. In fact, actually, if he gets the Arty, he will actually end up with a counter battery as well. Thing is, in order to spot the enemy Arty, he really does need that Cromwell to go off and do a bit of spotting for us. And luckily now he is actually doing just that. Now they only made 16 of these. Oh, he's just spotted the M44 and I don't think the M44 saw him because there's no 6th sense went off. Oh, what a shot! Right in the mush. And he's happy about that one because he started going in and out again. So that's 7 kills. And just under 2k of damage. Well, he's headed off to the enemy cap. Yes, I mentioned there's going to be a protest about all the changes in 1.13. We will play the game for a few days to see if it is actually impossible for us to earn credits, and I think a lot of people will then protest by entering battles and not participating in them, or rather only defending yourself, not actually taking part in any attack. Basically doing what the Cromwell was doing, sitting next to the Arty all game and not taking part in the game until they actually have to defend themselves. It's going to annoy a lot of players, but then it's Wargaming's fault for listening to all the whiners, the community contributors who wanted to destroy Arty because they can't play the game with Arty in it. They want to wreck Arty by making Arty basically impotent, unable to do any damage, and the only way they could do that was by taking away or removing some of the stun, removing a lot of the damage, and putting in these new shells is not going to help. It's actually going to make the game far worse, because Arty will be incapable of not only defending itself but actually doing the damage it was doing before to help the team win the game. So you're still going to get loads of games ending up where Arty are the only ones left alive on the battlefield, but then they'll be incapable of taking each other out. So effectively you will have ruined the game. And of course we do all know what actually happens if you don't have Arty in the game, because Wargaming told us many times before that if there's no Arty in the game, a lot more of them will end up as stalemates, because there's nobody there to force the enemy to move one way or the other. I know they say Arty prevents camping, and I know a lot of people, well, say that that's rubbish. It actually does force people to camp, but the fact of the matter is, if you're in an end game situation where the enemy is camping, or it's not camping, camping, then it will force the enemy out, because if the Arty shells start hitting the spots where the enemy is located, he could actually win the game. Now the Cromwell's gone back to the cap, trying to find that enemy guerrilla. You didn't find him anywhere in the north. He's not in our cap. And our sixth sense hasn't gone off, so obviously we weren't spotted at all. Would be rather nice if we could get the kill on that griller, because that's a Radley's. On the other hand, if we do stay in the cap and it caps out, then we'll get the Invader medal. In fact, we haven't been spotted by any enemy tanks, so it might not just be the Invader medal, it might be a Raider Invader. And jingles, they are not rare. In fact, actually lots of What Arty Noobs players have Raider Invader medals, and he's about to cap out. He's done it! He missed out on getting the Radleys, but he gets a Raider Invader instead. Well done. And here's the end of battle results for that game. It was an ace tanker for 15JG52Brauer in the 105 leFH18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew. He managed to get a Raider Invader. Yes, he got the Rainer medal for not being detected by the enemy throughout the entire battle. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 21. He got a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He actually ended up with 7. If the Gorilla had been found, he would have been able to get a Radley Walters if he got a shot on him and killed him. And on top of that, he got the Invader medal because he capped out to win. That's the Raider Invader combination. Let's have a look at the win 8. Well, 11,071. Very high Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he got the highest damage in the game. We saw that. He got 2,383 hit points of damage. The next high scorer being the M44 in the enemy team, who got 1,900. And after that, it was the T78 who got 1,701 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, he had the highest of those with 7, 4 kills went to the T78, 3 kills to the M44 in the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's the only one to get over 1,000 with 1,353. 983 went to the T78 and 679 went to the Cromwell. He fired 29 rounds in that game, got 15 direct hits and 5 penetrations on the enemy, 17 splash. Damage of 2,383 hit points, of which 1,754 were at more than 300 meters. He received or spotted one enemy vehicle, that was the M44, but the M44 didn't see him because the view range of this Arty is 390 meters and the view range of the M44 is only 260. So obviously he was outside the range, the view range of the M44, and that's why you managed to see him, but he managed to get a really good snapshot into him to kill him. 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 7 were killed, and he got 137 hit points of damage assistance. He also capped out to get 100 capture points. 56,196 credits in the game, 90,000 for completing a mission and events, a total of 146,196 credits altogether. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, well, there was no repair actually because he wasn't damaged, he actually ended up with a profit of 122,484 credits profit. 2,029 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 812 because this is a premium vehicle, and took away 4,871 experience points altogether. So a really great game there for 15JG52Brauer in the Fifi. In fact, it's always nice to see the Raider Invader combination because I know a lot of us have had it more than once, and it's actually proof that you are being very, very stealthy and still getting a lot of damage on the enemy and able to win the game for your team. In fact, I've actually won a Raider Invader medal and it looked like my team was going to lose the game, so I sneaked through the valley to the enemy cap, unseen by the enemy, and then capped out to win. And they were desperately trying to get back to the cap to reset me in time, but they couldn't see me and they couldn't do it, and I won the game. So congratulations to 15JG52Brauer for doing another one, because it's a really fun medal to get. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.